And we'll begin by lying flat on our backs, so taking as much time as you need to come and lie flat on your mat. Allowing the legs and the arms to release to the floor. And gently placing the soles of the feet together. And you can use your pillows or blocks if you have, just to support either side of the hips. Then allow the knees to move out to the side. And start closing down the eyes. And start arriving on your mat. And letting go of anything that happened before you got here, or anything you have to do when you leave. Start to bring your awareness inside. Shutting down the external, moving inside. Taking a nice sigh, so breathing in through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. Sigh it all out before you begin to start breathing in and out through your nose. Deepening and softening each cycle of breath. And trying to balance each inhalation and each exhalation, finding an equal breath of the same length. We often favor one over the other, so trying to bring balance here. Maybe even making a count of 4 or 5 seconds to each inhale and each exhale, and finding a number that works for you. Through the nose, we start to activate our parasympathetic nervous system, moving out of that flight or fight mode, coming into your restorative, calming breaths, calming the mind and calming the body. And the more consciously we are able to calm and control and connect to our breaths, the more consciously we can calm and control our minds. And the more effortless our movements become. Maybe placing the left hand on the belly and the right hand onto the chest. And start inviting the breath into the diaphragm, into the belly. As you inhale, the belly expands. And as you exhale, the navel moves towards the spine. Staying with those deep belly breaths. Noticing how the inhalation feels on the body. Noticing how the exhale feels on the body. Now using your intuitive touch, thinking of an area on your body that you want to bring some extra lightness to, some expansion, some awareness. Maybe you've been in your head quite a lot, placing the hands over the eyes. Maybe you want to connect in with your emotions more deeply, release them or bring lightness to them. Place the hands on the hips. Or just thinking of another part of the body. Perhaps you're dealing with an injury, physical or emotional. And just place your hands there. And we're going to take a few nice deep breaths to that area. With your awareness, bringing lightness, expansion, openness. And taking a few more breaths here. Center, one palm on top of the other. Now is a nice time to set an intention for your practice and for your day ahead. Maybe something that you want to process, that you want to bring some light to, something you want to invite in. And just thinking of your personal intention, holding it within your palms at your heart center, allowing that to guide you through your practice today. And we can start to move our bodies now. So slowly, mindfully, with control, bringing one knee and then the other up towards themselves, allowing the feet to be as wide as the mat here and the knees to move towards each other. And you can remove the pillows or blocks if you are using some. And then hugging the knees into the chest. And taking a few breaths here into the hip creases. Maybe walking the body side to side, waking up into the spine. And eventually keeping that right knee hugged in, moving the right knee towards the shoulder, drop the left sole of the foot onto the floor. And using the biceps to hug that knee in nice and tight. And then release that left leg straight. A few breaths here. And each exhale trying to soften a little more. Maybe circling the ankles if it feels good. Then taking that knee with the left hand and release the right hand to the floor. And when you're gazing towards the right, drop that knee down to the opposite side of the body. Releasing out the lower back. And then unraveling back to center and releasing the leg. Putting the right sole of the foot on the floor, the left knee hugs to the outside of the chest towards the left shoulder. And then releasing the right leg straight to the floor now. You can take some little circles with the ankles. Any little movements that feel good. This is your body, it's your practice. Just using these moments to just feel into and give your body what it needs. And then taking that knee with the right hand and take the gaze towards the left, move the torso to the left, and then release the leg towards the right. Releasing the lower back, nice little spinal twist here. And then unraveling slowly with control, mindfully. Both legs straight on the floor. And we're going to use the strap now. So using your tie or your belt, whatever you have, and just place it in the arch of that right foot. Just stretching out the right hamstrings here. You can take a gentle bend in the knee. Careful not to overstretch that right knee. And pushing through the heel. So allowing the heel to move towards the sky. Breathing deeply here. With each exhale, trying to find an even deeper stretch. Listening to your body. And then securing the left hand onto the left hip. And really securing that pelvis to the floor. Allow the right leg to move towards the right. Pushing through the heel, staying present, staying active with every breath. Give every breath you take a purpose. Trying to move a little deeper. And then inhale, bring that leg back up to center. And then take it to the opposite side, so moving towards the belly button. Center, and then releasing that right leg down and straight. It should feel a little bit longer than the left one. And now we'll repeat on the left side. So just hooking your strap or your belt, whatever you have, in that left arch, trying to straighten out that left leg, but being mindful not to overstretch the back of your knee. And pushing up through the heel, breathing into it, waking up all down the hamstrings. And taking the right hand onto that right hip, securing the pelvis to the floor. And then drop the leg out to the left side. And with each exhale, trying to move a little deeper. And the inhale brings the leg back up to center. And then you can take the strap on the opposite hand and allow the leg to move slightly to the right. And then releasing the leg to the floor. And we're just going to start activating into our core now, feeling our core. So send the legs straight up, both legs, heels moving towards the sky, toe towards the body, and take 10 little crunches here. Trying to touch the toes. When you've done your 10, you can release your feet to the floor. And we're going to just start preparing for bridge now. So making sure you can gently touch the ankles. Feet are parallel or slightly turned in. Start engaging through the thighs, tugging the tailbone up towards the sky and start rolling up the spine. Sending the hips up to the sky. Thighs are engaged, glutes engaged, knees moving towards each other. And exhale, one vertebrae at a time, down back to the mat. Inhale, rolling, tucking the tailbone under, rolling up the spine, maybe interlocking the hands behind you, coming onto the shoulders, pushing through the feet. Breathing deeply. And exhale, one vertebrae at a time, back onto the mat. And now you can just windscreen wipe the knees one side to the other, dropping the right knee towards the left foot, the left knee towards the right, keeping the feet as wide as the mat, and releasing out the back. And we're going to prepare now to come into reverse tabletop. So keeping the feet parallel, fingers towards the body, opening the shoulders, expanding through the chest, sending the hips up to the sky. Not dropping the head too far back, keeping the neck in line with the body. And exhale, coming back down again, pushing up through the hands, the feet, pushing the hips up to the sky, opening through the chest as you inhale up into your reverse tabletop. And exhale, slowly coming back down. And we're going to bring our bodies now and come into Baddha Konasana, or butterfly. So keeping the soles of the feet together. And we're going to do it twice. The first time having the feet further away from the body, so trying to make a little diamond shape. And we can roll down the spine here, so that the spine can be curved. And just start trying to bring the head into the feet. You can take the hands underneath the legs, opening the feet like a book, and just trying to place the head into the feet. And just releasing out the hips. And now slowly bringing the head back up. This time taking the feet as close to the body as you can. You can gently allow the knees to flutter, trying to open up into those hips, trying to keep the spine nice and straight, trying to guide down with the chest, so allowing the chest to move forward, the spine is straight. And then coming into our tabletop position, so making sure the wrists, the elbows, the shoulders are all in one line, knees hip distance, and we're just going to waken up into our wrists, so drawing some circles with the shoulders, just being nice and gently moving from one side, circling one way and then circling the other, and then placing the hands so that they face outwards, palms nice and wide, just taking a few little gentle rocks side to side, and then coming to have the palms facing upwards, So fingers facing towards each other and upwards, and just see if you can just wriggle out those fingers, trying to make a fist, a ball with the hands. Really good one here if you use a computer a lot. And then bringing the hands back, and we're going to drop down into puppy. So keeping the hips elevated, start walking the hands out, dropping the chest and the chin towards the floor. Really good shoulder opening asana. Maybe making some little spiders with the hands so that the palms can be off the floor and the elbows off the floor here. And walking the hands back towards our tabletop position again. Keeping the right hand on the floor. Send the left hand out to the side, opening, expanding through the chest as you're inhaling up. And as you exhale, thread that hand through the supporting hand and knee, dropping onto that left shoulder. And you can use your right hand to twist you a little deeper. Staying with your breath. And then as you start to inhale again, unraveling, opening for another expansive inhalation on the left side. Chest moving towards the sky. And replace the hands to repeat on the opposite side. Left hand stays on the floor, right hand opens to the side as you inhale, expand through the chest, and you exhale, thread that hand through the knee and hand drop onto the right shoulder. And each exhale, trying to twist a little deeper, using the supporting hand to twist you around a little more. And then inhaling, bringing that hand opening to the side as you take another inhale. And exhale, place the hand on the floor. Preparing to fire up into the core again. Untuck the toes, come onto the balls of the feet, lift the knees off the floor just ever so slightly, a couple of inches. Breathing deeply here, pushing through the hands, strong shoulders, strong core. And exhale, send the torso towards the thighs for a really modified downward dog. Rocket dog, lengthening down the spine and the arms. Inhale, coming forward again, hovering the knees a couple of inches, pushing through the hands, strong core. Exhale, send the torso to the top of the thighs. And you're going to start pedaling out the ankles, straightening out one leg and deeply bending the opposite knee. And just moving the weight from one side to the other, slowly with control and with your breath. Now inhale, drop down onto the knees. Exhale, the chest and the chin to the floor. Inhale, slide forward to cobra, shoulders back, elbows towards each other. Exhale, send the hips bending to the knees. And coming back to our downward facing dog. Repeating that action. Inhale to drop down onto the knees. Exhale, the chest and the chin to the floor. Inhale, slide forward to cobra, chest open, shoulders back. Exhale, bend the hips. Back, downward facing dog. And taking one more here with your breath. Inhale to come forward onto the knees. Exhale, the chin and the chest to the floor. Inhale, sweep forward, cobra. And exhale, hips back towards the feet. Downward facing dog. Now preparing to come into pigeon on the right side. So rooting the left foot into the floor. Inhale that right leg all the way up, three-legged dog. Exhale, bend the knee and bring it behind the right wrist, trying to keep the foot outside of the body. And just taking a moment to check your alignment here, squaring your hips to the front and keeping that leg straight behind you. And you can use as much pillows or blocks or anything you need. If that right hip is elevated, just pop some support under there. I'm going to be here for a few breaths. Staying either upright or moving forward, finding your sweet spot where you can be present and active, using each exhalation to sink in, to surrender a little more. into our hips or emotional center. Perhaps something comes up here, bringing it to the surface, ready to process it. And just staying with your breath. And slowly bringing your body back up to center if you're not already there. Untucking the back foot. Now pushing through the hands, engaging the core, lifting that leg all the way, sweeping it behind you, three-legged dog. Maybe bending the knee to release the hips, keeping the shoulders square to the floor. And release the leg, prepare to the opposite side. Inhale the left leg all the way up, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring the left knee behind the left wrist, keeping the foot outside of the body. Squaring the hips to the front. Just making sure the leg is straight behind you again, using some props if you need to here. Taking a nice deep breath. Trying to sink a little deeper with each exhalation. And staying upright or moving the hands forward, coming onto the forearms, or even placing the head onto the hands. Softening down with each exhalation. And then slowly, with control, mindfully, bringing the body back up if you're not already there. Untucking the back foot. Pushing through the hands, strong core, shoulders, sweep the leg behind you, inhaling, maybe bending out that knee to release the hip, exhaling, downward facing dog. We're going to start slowly tiptoeing our way with our feet to walk towards the top of our mat, eventually arriving with the feet behind the hands. And allow the body to hang in ragdoll. You can take a gentle bend in the knees here, allowing the spine and the neck to be long. Grabbing opposite elbows if it feels good for you. And just allowing gravity to work for you here. With each exhale, folding a little deeper. Surrendering a little more, lengthening through the spine and the neck, the head becoming heavy, maybe rocking side to side, again little movements that feel good, and then slowly with control start rolling up the spine, one vertebrae at a time. Eventually head coming up very last and finding yourself at the top of your mat in Tadasana, your mountain pose. Start pushing through the feet, engaging the legs, the kneecaps start to lift upwards, gently tucking the tailbone under, inner thighs rotating forward and out, engaging through the core, rolling the shoulders down and back. Chin parallel to the floor, maybe even closing the eyes gently just for a moment, revisiting your intention, feeling strong, connected in your Tadasana, your mountain pose, and bringing this level of engagement throughout your body as we move through our Vinyasa sequence. And on the next inhale, sweep the arms up and over, lengthening through the side ribs, gazing to the sky. As you exhale, hinging from the hips, bending forward, head moving to the knee, fully exhaling. Inhale, bring the gaze forward with a straight spine. Exhale, place the hands on the floor, step the right foot, the left foot back to plank, either dropping knees, chest and chin, or coming down, chaturanga. Inhaling, up dog. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Taking the right foot, stepping it in between the palms. Dropping the back knee and untucking the foot, coming into our low lunge, shining on the heart and the chest forward, pushing into the hips. as you exhale, start sending the hips backwards, straightening that leg, toe off the floor. Coming into half Hanuman, you can use some support here to try and keep the spine straight. Inhale, bend that front knee, bring the body forward, shine the chest forward, maybe even lifting the arms up and opening shoulders down the back. Exhale, place the hands on the floor, send the hips back, toe off the floor, trying to move a little deeper with each round here. Inhale, bend that front knee, send the hips forward, opening the chest if it's in your practice, shoulders down. Exhale, straightening that leg, toe off the floor, hips move back. Now this time, bringing the body forward, untucking that back foot, lifting the back knee off the floor, coming into our high lunge position, sweeping the arms up and over. Exhale, send the hips a little lower, release the hands either side of the body. Bring the torso forward and now circle the arms as you inhale up. Exhale, arms either side, cactus arms. Inhale, sweeping the arms forward. Exhale, cactus arms, sink a little lower with the hips. Inhale, forward. Exhale, pull the elbows either side. Now placing both hands on the floor, framing that front foot, sweep the right hand to the side, taking a nice side stretch, Parsvakonasana. Exhale the hand to the floor. Now we're just going to work with straightening that front leg. And stay on the ball of the back foot here, maybe using your blocks if you need. Taking a few breaths here. And then bending into that front knee, taking a gentle little rock to step the back foot forward, folding head to knee, exhaling. And the inhale, sweeping the arms either side of the body, lengthening through the side body. Gazing up, exhaling, Samastiti. And preparing to repeat on the opposite side. You can reset in a Tadasana for a moment. Feeling tall. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, gazing up, lengthening through the side body. Exhale, hinging from the hips, fully exhaling, head to knee. Inhale, gazing forward with a straight spine, tailbone up. Exhale, step the left foot back and then the right, meeting in plank. Dropping knees, chest and chin, or taking a chaturanga. Inhaling forward, upward dog, chest forward, shoulders back. Exhale, hips back, downward facing dog. And this time stepping the left foot forward in between the palms. Dropping that back knee, untucking the foot, finding your low lunge, pushing the hips forward, making sure the knee's not overshooting the ankle. And as you exhale, straightening that left leg, using some support if you need, toe off the floor. The inhale brings you forward, moving a little deeper with each round. You can either place your hands on your knee or all the way up, opening the chest, shoulders open. Exhale, straightening that front leg, toe off the floor, hips move back. Inhale, coming forward, opening the chest, shoulders open. Trying to move a little deeper with each breath and each round. Exhale, send the hips back, toe off the floor, straightening that leg. Half Hanuman. Inhale, bringing the body forward, opening the chest. Exhaling, straightening the leg, toe off the floor, moving a little deeper. Now bending into that front knee, bring the body forward, untuck that back leg, knee off the floor. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up into your high lunge. Exhale, arms either side of torso, bringing the body slightly forward as you inhale, circling the arms, exhaling cactus arms, inhaling up and exhaling cactus arms, exhaling cactus arms. Now placing the hands, framing the foot, keeping the right hand where it is, take a nice twist to the left, opening up to the left, keeping the hips low. Exhaling, replacing the hand on the floor and just trying to work with straightening out that left leg. And stay high on the ball of the back foot. using some blocks or some support if you need. Taking a few breaths here. And then bending that front knee, stepping the back foot forward, folding head to knee as you exhale. Inhale, sweep the arms either side of the body, growing tall, gazing up. Exhaling, hands into prayer down the center line, Samastiti. And revisiting Tadasana for a moment, releasing the hands either side of the body, growing tall, feeling strong in our mountain pose, calling in our mountain energy. Maybe closing the eyes down just for a moment, revisiting the intention that you set, connecting back into your breath, your power. On the next inhale, inflate the chest. As you exhale, send the hips back, arms moving to the front, Utkatasana, finding your chair pose. Inhale, tucking the tailbone under, chest open. And as you exhale, folding forward, head to knee, hands on the floor. Inhale, bring the gaze forward, straightening the spine. Exhale, stepping the right and the left leg back to plank, or lowering down through knees, chest and chin. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. This time bringing the right leg forward, stepping it in between the palms. Drop the back ankle down, turn the foot 45 degrees out. Inhale, warrior one, hips square to the front, shoulders open. Exhale, warrior two, arms either side of the body. Inhale, lengthening through the arms and start hinging and bringing, windmilling the arm forward, coming onto the elbow or all the way down onto the hand. Exhale, Partha Konasana. Inhale, coming back through warrior two, keeping the front knee bent. Rotate the front palm, reverse your warrior. You can link the back arm round into that front hip crease behind the back. Inhale, back to warrior two, front knee bent again. Exhale, Partha Konasana, coming down onto the elbow or onto the hand, lengthening down the left side of the body. And then turn the left hand to the floor, come onto the ball of the back foot. Inhale, the right arm open, keeping the hips low. Exhale, hand frames the foot, and stepping the back foot forward, folding over, head to knee. Coming out through Utkatasana the same way you come in. Inhaling Utkatasana, exhaling Samastiti. Preparing to flow through the second side. Inhaling as you exhale, send the hips back. Utkatasana, arms overhead. Inhale, sitting low. Exhaling, head to knee. Inhale, gazing forward with a straight spine. Exhale, left foot back, then right foot back to plank, lowering down through a vinyasa of your choice. Inhale to come forward. Exhale to send the hips back. This time, taking the left foot, stepping it in between the palms, dropping the back ankle, toe 45 degrees out. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Warrior one, sinking the hips low, square to the front. Exhale, arms either side, warrior two. Inhale, start to bend forward, hinging forward, elbow coming onto the knee. Exhale, lengthening all down the right side of the body. Inhale, coming back through, or warrior two, front knee bent. Now rotating that front palm, reversing your warrior, sweeping the back arm behind you, maybe meeting into that hip crease. Coming back through your warrior two, revisiting our side angle, starting to hinge forward, opening up to the side, coming onto the elbow or hand all the way to the floor for your Partha Konasana. Then dropping that right hand down to the floor, coming onto the ball of the back foot. Inhale, twisting and opening to the left side. Exhale, hand frames the foot, stepping the back foot forward, folding over head to knee. Inhale, sweeping the body back through our Utkatasana, or chair pose. And exhaling Samastiti. Finding your Tadasana just for a moment before powering up for our third sequence. Inhale, sweep the arms up and over, lengthening through the spine. Exhale, hinging from the hips, fully exhaling. Inhale, gazing forward with a straight spine. Exhale, jumping or stepping back into plank and lowering down to Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, send the hips back, downward facing dog. And this time, rooting the left foot into the floor, sweeping the right leg all the way back and up, finding three-legged dog on the right side. And bending that right knee to open that hip, keeping the shoulders square to the floor. And just staying here, working with opening that hip. Or for an extra challenge, see if you can drop that foot behind you, finding wild thing, pushing through the right foot, left leg is straight, hips to the sky, chest open. Start to unravel, take the weight in the left hand and the foot, bringing that foot round and all the way onto the edge of the left foot, the underfoot, the right foot, send it out to the side for a side plank. Inhale, back, three-legged dog. And coming down through a vinyasa of your choice if you want to keep the leg elevated. Come forward and up, inhaling, and exhale, send the hips back. Ready to drop down onto the knees and take a little child's pose here. Remaining present with each breath you take. Maybe the heart's starting to beat a little fast here. Just connecting back into your breath, using it to calm the body down. And then send the arms back out, coming forward, untucking the toes and finding our downward facing dog again. And ready to repeat on the opposite side. To root the right foot into the floor, left leg all the way up to the sky, three-legged dog. Bending that left knee, opening the left hip, keeping the shoulders square. Staying here or allowing the foot to fall behind you, pushing the hips and the heart open to the sky. Beginning to unravel, rolling onto the ball of that right foot all the way around to the inner edge of that right foot, sweeping the left leg under, taking a side plank, keeping the core strong, sweeping the leg back under, back to three-legged dog, exhaling, coming down through a vinyasa of your choice, inhaling up dog, exhaling, downward facing dog. Dropping the knees back down and revisiting child's pose. Taking a few breaths here. Resetting the body. Calming the mind. Bringing the body back forward, untucking the toes and finding yourself back in downward facing dog. Ready to flow through our last active part of the sequence. Left leg plugs into the floor, right leg sweeps back, three-legged dog, coming forward into plank. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Inhale, sweep the leg back, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring the knee to the forehead. Inhale, sweep the leg back. Exhale, take that knee across the body and bring it to the left elbow. Inhale, sweep the leg back. Exhale now, stepping that right foot outside of the right hand and drop the back knee, making sure that the front foot is slightly turned outwards for lizard. And working into that hip, you can stay up on the hands here, working into opening the hip, or eventually making the way down onto the forearms. If you're coming down onto the forearms, coming onto the edge of that front foot, really opening into that right hip. Either staying here, or if you want to work a little deeper and stretch out even the left thigh, start bringing the body up if you're not already here, and keeping the left hand on the floor. Open the right hand, opening the chest, sending that hand towards the back of the body. Rotate the thumb towards the floor and see if you can grab that left ankle. If you're there, start trying to shine the heart, the chest forward up to the sky. Releasing, bringing the hands forward, dropping the sole of the foot onto the floor, and then taking that right foot back, coming back for a little child's pose again. And then pushing yourself back up, untucking the toes, ready to repeat on the opposite side. Left leg sweeps up to the sky, three-legged dog. Bringing the left knee towards the left elbow as you come forward. Inhale, sweep the leg back. Exhale, knee to forehead. Inhale, sweep the leg back. Exhale, left knee to right elbow across the body. Inhale, sweep the left leg back, three-legged dog. Exhale, stepping that left foot outside of the left hand. Come on to the right knee and tuck the foot. Preparing for lizard on the left side and just working with where feels good for you. Not pushing yourself too much. If you want to come down onto the forearms, making sure that that front foot is slightly turned out 45 degrees and coming onto the edge of the front foot. Remain present, remain active with each exhale, trying to move the hips a little closer to the floor. Breathing into any tight spots here, using your attention, your awareness of your own body. Bringing yourself back up onto the hands, and then sweeping that left arm, opening the chest, turning the thumb to the floor and seeing if you can grab the back ankle. If you're here, start shining the chest, the heart to the sky. Breathing deeply. Releasing the foot, bringing the hands forward, dropping the sole of the foot onto the floor, mindfully, gently, with control, step that foot back. Coming back into another child's pose, releasing the hips to the feet. Taking a few breaths here. Now we can start moving a little gently, bringing the body forward, dropping the chest and the chin to the floor and coming forward into our cobra like we did at the start of class. You can take the full variation by pushing up through the hands, keeping the shoulders open, rolling back elbows towards each other. Exhale, take the head to the floor. This time interlocking the hands behind you. Inhale, lift and shine the heart forward, lifting through the chest. Maybe even engaging the legs to bring the legs up also. And taking a few breaths here, strengthening the lower back, keeping the glutes engaged. And exhale, place the hands either side of the chest, maybe gently rocking side to side to release the lower back. And we're just going to roll over onto our backs now. So coming onto your back on the mat and preparing for our bridge. We're going to do 2 rounds, bridge and wheel. So you can do 2 bridges, 2 wheels, or whatever is in your practice. Making sure the feet are parallel, engaging through the thighs, start pushing, rolling up the spine, pushing the hips up to the sky, glutes engaged, thighs engaged. Exhale, 1 vertebrae at a time, rolling back down onto the mat. Feet as wide as the mat, dropping 1 knee, windsweep wiping the knees from one side to the other again. And preparing for our second round of bridge, or bringing the hands underneath the shoulders and pushing up all the way up into our wheel. Breathing deeply, making sure that the thighs are engaged, knees are moving towards each other. Make sure your knees are not spraying out. When you need to come down, tuck the chin towards the chest and roll one vertebrae at a time back down onto the mat. And you can grab a hold of the toes, coming into happy boot baby, rocking out the back. Releasing the lower back, enjoying taking a nice little happy baby here. And then preparing to take an inversion. So I'm going to do a shoulder stand, but you can also just have the legs against the wall or even come into headstand. Coming into shoulder stand, bring the legs over the head, touching the toes behind the floor if it's available. And bring the hands to be as high up the back as you can. Keeping the chin nice and tucked. And keeping the shoulders strong. Body engaged. And staying here for 10 breaths, wherever you are. Allowing the blood to flow to the heart. Start to release the legs above the head, coming into plow, maybe even interlocking the hands behind you. And taking a few breaths here. And then slowly releasing one vertebrae at a time, as slow as you can, to release the legs on the floor. And taking a counter pose here, if you've done shoulder stand, coming up onto the forearms and releasing out the head, releasing the neck. The hands can be gently placed underneath the hips. We start to come to the end of our practice, maybe hugging the knees into the chest and then dropping the knees towards the left, releasing out the lower back, taking a few breaths here and then dropping the knees to the opposite side. Making any final asanas, anything your body may be craving before we move into our savasana, the most important asana of all. Making any final little adjustments. Maybe grabbing a hold of anything you may need. Perhaps you want to put some socks on or a jumper or taking a blanket. allowing yourself to fully relax and absorb the practice, relaxing in and settling down onto our mat. Maybe just slightly lifting the tailbone, turning the tailbone up to the sky to allow even greater contact with the lower back onto the mat. Maybe taking a little sigh through the nose, inhaling, sighing out through the mouth, and then closing down the eyes, allowing the body to fully relax. Letting the feet flop out to the side, the palms to be open to the sky. Letting go. Sending a message for the legs to relax. The knees to relax. Allowing the hips to relax. The hips melting into the floor beneath you. And relaxing your tummy. Relaxing your diaphragm. Relaxing the collarbones. And allowing the shoulders to melt into the floor beneath you. Relaxing all down the arms. And the palms melting into the floor beneath you. Relaxing the neck. Relaxing the jaw. Relaxing the eyes and the face muscles. Letting any tension from the forehead melt away. Allowing the whole face to become relaxed. And allowing the whole body to become relaxed. With every inhale, the word let. With every exhale, the word go. Letting go. Let go. You can start to wiggle the hands and the toes. Start bringing some life back into them. And making any little stretches or adjustments that feel good for your body. And bringing the knees into the chest. And just keep the eyes closed just for another few moments. And eventually rolling onto the right side. Breathing into the back of the body. And taking as much time as you need to eventually make your way up to sitting. And find a comfortable cross-legged position. remaining inside with the eyes closed. I'm going to seal the practice today by chanting Om 3 times. There's a very beautiful and significant reason why we chant Om. The unique vibration of 432 megahertz is widely regarded as the vibration of creation, the universal sound, the first sound to ever exist. And when we create that vibration within ourselves, we are sending a message out for a deeper connection with yourself and with everything else around you. And keeping that in mind today, the first time when we chant Om, I want you to send a vibration of love and acceptance to yourself. The second time, sending a vibration of love and support to everyone else participating on the retreat today. And the third time, sending a vibration of love and healing to Pachamama, to the planet. To begin, we'll inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth to begin our 3 rounds. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth to begin love and acceptance to yourself. Love and support to everyone on the retreat. Love and healing to the planet. Namaste. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. Please feel free to reach out if you have any comments, questions, or just to say hi. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you to Shishi and all of the team for putting on such a beautiful retreat for us all to enjoy together. Namaste.